The text solution to this video is available on videogcse.com. Question 14b, factorize fully 3mh squared minus 15m squared h. Pause now, try to do the question yourself and unpause to see how it's done and the answer. You are asked to factorize this expression here. You also take a look here, it says factorize fully. So that's a clue to let you know that there isn't just one thing that you need to do, but there's actually more than one thing. Also, the question you can see is worth 2 marks, so it's unlikely that there's just one thing that you can do. So to factorize means to put it in the form where there are brackets and something is being multiplied by something else. So factorize, in other words, means find the factors of. So we have the expression 3mh squared minus 15m squared h. We're going to put this in the form of brackets that when we multiply out those brackets or expand those brackets, we will be left with this. We will get this answer back. So you need to see the two things that you've got, 3mh squared and minus 15m squared h. Do they both have anything in common? Well, I'm going to start with the numbers 3 and 15. Do they have anything in common? Yes, they do. They can both be evenly divided by the number 3. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 15 5 times. So when you're asked to factorize an expression like this, and they both there are numbers that are being multiplied by, or in other words, there are coefficients of the letters standing for numbers, you have to find a number that evenly divides into both of these numbers. We found the number 3, so I'm going to write down 3 and then I'm going to open a bracket. Now so this is saying 3 multiplied by something and something else, which I'll do in a second. So I have to find 3 times what will give me 3mh squared. In other words, 3mh squared divided by 3. And we said that 3 divided by 3 is 1, so this would give me 1mh squared. You don't need to say 1mh squared, you can just say mh squared. And you can check that that's correct, because if you multiplied 3 by mh squared, you would get 3mh squared. Minus 15m squared h divided by 3. 15 divided by 3 we said was 5. So it's going to be 5m squared h. Remember to close your bracket afterward. Sorry, h. And you can check your answer. 3 times minus 5m squared h would give you minus 3 times 5, 15m squared h. Now let's see what else we can factorize. We did one thing, but it says factorize fully, so it's a big clue that there's something else we have to do as well. Does mh squared and minus 5m squared h have anything in common? Yes, they both have m, so we can factorize that out. So instead of writing 3 outside the bracket, we're going to write 3m, open bracket. So mh squared divided by m divided by m is 1, so it's going to be 1h squared, or simply h squared, we can say. And we can check our answer. 3m times h squared will indeed give us 3mh squared. Minus 5m squared h divided by m, well, m squared divided by m is simply m, so minus 5m squared h divided by m is minus 5m h. You can check your answer. 3m times minus 5m h will give you 15. M times m is m squared h, and here 15 m squared h. And lastly, check again, do they have anything in common? Does what's inside the brackets have anything in common? So we can factorize it out. h squared and minus 5mh. Can you see anything that they have in common? Yes, they both have h in common, so you can factorize out h. Instead of writing 3m outside the bracket, write 3mh, open bracket. H, we just factorized out h, so now we're going to divide this by h and this by h. So h squared divided by h is h. We can check that answer. 3mh times h would give us 3mh squared minus 5mh divided by h divided by h is 1, so it leaves us with 5m times 1, or simply 5m, in this case minus 5m, and we can check the answer. 3mh times minus 5m would give us 15 m times m squared h, so minus 15 m squared h, which is correct. And we check what's inside the brackets again. Does h and minus 5m have anything in common that we can factorize out? No, they don't. So this is our final answer here. 3mh times all of, in brackets, h minus 5m. Let's check the mark scheme to see if we got it correct. 3mh times, in brackets, all of h minus 5m. If you got that, give yourself 2 marks. Give yourself 1 mark if you got part of the way there. So if you wrote down this, or factorizing out 3m, or factorizing out 3h, or factorizing out mh. So you had to have factorized out 2 out of the 3 things. Also, you get 1 mark if you factorized out 3mh, but then you wrote the wrong thing inside the brackets. But if you didn't get the correct answer, you don't get all 2 marks. And if you did, you get both marks. Videos similar to this are available on videogcse.com.